Hello, everyone. There's a silent war happening inside every one of us, a battle between the comfort of dreaming and the discomfort of doing. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to build a life that makes headlines, but very few are willing to do what it truly takes. We live in a world obsessed with vision boards and manifesting, yet allergic to sweat, sacrifice, and sleepless nights. But here's the truth. Dreaming big is only half the equation. Executing hard is where the magic happens. We are told to dream big since we are kids. Shoot for the stars, they say. Anything is possible. They preach, and yes, dreaming is powerful. It stretches your belief, it fuels your purpose, it sets the direction. But dreaming without action is delusion. A dream without hustle is a fantasy. It's not enough to dream of building an empire. If you're not willing to wake up early, grind longer, push harder, and sacrifice more than the average person is even willing to consider, the world doesn't reward potential, it rewards execution. It doesn't clap for the person who thought of the idea first. It celebrates the one who stayed up until 3 a.m. night after night, relentlessly bringing that idea to life. It's not about what you dream, it's about what you do. Look around you, every skyscraper, every innovation, every story of greatness started as a dream, but they only became reality because someone executed harder than the rest. Someone dared to dream bigger than logic allowed, and then had the courage and commitment to execute when it got uncomfortable, inconvenient, and even painful. This message is for the ones who are tired of half-finished goals, empty resolutions, and waiting for perfect timing. This is for those who are ready to take their dream, multiply it by 10, and then work like their life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your future self is watching the moves you make today. This journey isn't just about motivation, it's about transformation. It's about stepping beyond what's comfortable and stepping into a version of you that executes without excuses. It's about shifting from I wish to I will, from someday to starting now. Over the next 4 parts, we're going to break it all down. Why dreaming bigger is your responsibility, how to move from vision to strategy, what it means to execute like your goals owe you everything, and how to stay relentless until the dream is no longer a dream, but your reality. If you're ready to stop playing small, to stop talking about what you could do and start proving what you will do, then let's go. This is your call to dream bigger and execute harder. Every achievement in human history started with a dream. A thought, an idea that seemed too big, too bold, too unrealistic, until someone decided to believe in it. That's the power of a dream. But not just any dream. A bigger dream. One that stretches your mind, shakes your limits, and challenges the world around you. Too many people settle for realistic dreams because they're afraid of failure. But here's the catch. Realistic dreams produce average results. You weren't born to be average. You weren't put on this earth to blend in, to shrink your vision so others feel comfortable, or to play it safe so you don't feel embarrassed if you fall. You were made to stand out, to push boundaries, to dream so big it scares you and then do something about it. The size of your dream determines the size of your drive. When your dream is small, your energy matches it. You'll do just enough. You'll work when it's convenient. You'll treat your goals like hobbies instead of missions. But when your dream is massive, when it lights a fire in your gut and keeps you up at night, you show up differently. You hustle differently. You're not just interested anymore, you're obsessed. And obsession beats interest every single time. Think about every icon you admire. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Muhammad Ali, Beyoncé. What do they have in common? They dreamed bigger than everyone around them. Jobs wasn't just trying to build a computer, he wanted to change the world. Ali wasn't just trying to box, he wanted to be the greatest. Oprah didn't just want a TV show, she wanted to empower generations. That level of dreaming separates the average from the legendary. Here's something most people miss: a big dream forces you to grow. You cannot achieve a massive vision with your current skill set, mindset, or habits. You have to evolve. A bigger dream becomes a mirror that shows you what you need to become. It demands discipline. It demands bold decisions. It demands that you let go of fear, procrastination, and excuses. In chasing the dream, you change yourself. And that's the point. But let's get real. It's not easy to dream big when the world teaches you to play small, when people around you are content with mediocrity. Your ambition can feel threatening. You'll be called unrealistic, arrogant, even crazy. Let them talk. The world has never been changed by people who stayed in the lines. It's been moved forward by those who saw beyond the limits and refused to lower their vision to match small-minded opinions. Here's a truth that should shake your soul. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. If it doesn't make you nervous, if it doesn't make you question whether you're even capable, then you're not aiming high enough. Comfort and greatness don't live in the same neighborhood. Big dreams come with big risks, but they also come with big rewards. Don't let your current circumstances dictate your future vision. You may not have the resources, the support, or even the confidence right now, but that doesn't disqualify you. Some of the greatest dreams were born in the most unlikely places, in poverty, in pain, in isolation. Your starting point doesn't define you. Your vision does. You have one life, one shot, one story to write. Why write a short story when you could write an epic? Why settle for a chapter when you could build a legacy? So ask yourself, are you dreaming big enough, or have you lowered your expectations to protect yourself from disappointment? Because the truth is, small dreams don't inspire action, big dreams do. And when you dream bigger, something powerful happens. You start to believe bigger, speak bigger, move bigger. And that momentum becomes the fuel for the next stage. Execution. Dreaming big isn't just about ambition, it's about responsibility. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the people who believe in you. You owe it to the world. Because the world doesn't need more safe, small, predictable people. It needs bold dreamers who are willing to execute with everything they've got. So don't just dream, dream bigger. Then get ready to execute harder. A big dream is powerful, but a dream without a plan is just a fantasy. It doesn't matter how massive your vision is, if you never build a roadmap to get there. This is where most people fall short. They get excited, they get inspired, and then nothing. No direction, no steps, just wishful thinking. But greatness doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice, by clarity, and by consistent action. Dreaming is the spark. Planning is the structure. Execution is the engine. If your dream is the destination, then your plan is the GPS. Without it, you're just wandering, burning time, energy, and hope. So how do you take that big, intimidating, sky-high dream and turn it into something real? Start with clarity. You must get painfully specific. I want to be successful is not a plan. I want to build a six-figure business in 18 months by offering online coaching to young entrepreneurs. As clarity gives your mind something to aim at, it eliminates confusion and puts your energy in one focused direction. Once you're clear on your vision, reverse engineer it. Work backward. Ask yourself, what does the end result look like? What do I need to make it happen? What skills must I develop? What habits must I break or build? What timeline makes sense? And what's the first step I can take today? Break that massive dream into smaller, measurable milestones. Your dream might be to publish a best-selling book, but your first milestone is to write 1 page a day. It might be to become a fitness icon, but your first milestone is hitting the gym 5 times this week. Big wins are built on small, disciplined, repeated steps. Here's a brutal truth. If you don't break your vision into daily action, it'll break you with overwhelm. Most people don't fail because their dream is too big. They fail because they never learned how to break it into bite-sized, doable pieces. A clear, structured plan removes the fog and gives you something to chase each day. Then comes commitment. Plans are useless without execution. You have to show up for your plan even when it's hard, boring, or inconvenient. The excitement of the dream will fade. What remains is your discipline. Real executors don't wait to feel like it. They follow the plan, rain or shine. It's also important to build accountability into your plan. Don't just keep your dream a secret in your mind. Write it down. Speak it out loud. Tell someone you trust. Share your goals with a coach, a mentor, or a close friend who will challenge you to stay consistent. When your plan becomes visible, it becomes real. And when others know about it, you're more likely to follow through. Planning also means preparing for resistance. Things will go wrong. You will face obstacles. Life will test your patience, your belief, and your resilience. That's why your plan needs flexibility, not fragility. Be willing to adapt your strategy, but never your dream. Plans may change, but the vision stays locked in. One major mistake people make is over-planning and under-starting. They spend so much time perfecting the blueprint that they never build the building. Don't fall into that trap. Start messy. Start before you feel ready. Start with what you have. You can course correct along the way, but nothing happens until you move. The best plan is the one you're willing to act on today. Here's a winning formula. Clarity plus simplicity plus action equals momentum. You don't need a 50-step business strategy. You need the next 3 steps and the guts to take them. Progress builds confidence. Confidence fuels consistency, and consistency leads to massive results. Finally, remember this: the plan doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be followed. Execution beats elegance every time. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Start aligning your schedule, your focus, and your energy with your vision. Your dream deserves more than wishful thinking. It deserves a strategy, a roadmap, a relentless planner who refuses to stop until the goal is real. So stop sitting on your dream. Map it out, break it down, build it step by step. This is how dreams move from imagination to manifestation. This is how you go from dreaming bigger to building bigger. Because the next phase is where everything changes: execution. At some point, dreaming has to stop and doing has to begin. The world is full of dreamers, people with big ideas, people who talk about their vision, post motivational quotes, and make promises to themselves year after year. But what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck is one thing: execution. You can have the biggest dream in the world, a vision so powerful it gives you goosebumps. But if you don't execute like your future depends on it, it will never come to life. That's the brutal truth. You either execute or you evaporate. Execution is not a suggestion, it's not optional. It's the price you pay to turn your dream into your reality. And the ones who rise are not always the most talented, the most connected, or the most lucky. The ones who rise are the ones who outwork everyone else, period. Execution is where most people fall off, because this is where the grind lives. It's not glamorous, it's not fun, it's early mornings, late nights, and long stretches where no one claps for you. It's rejection, resistance, and self-doubt. It's showing up day after day when motivation has left the building. This is where you separate the talkers from the doers. You want to know what success really takes? It takes doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. It takes pushing through pain, boredom, and burnout without quitting. It takes a commitment so deep that you don't make excuses, you make progress. Let's be honest, most people don't have an execution problem, they have an excuse problem. They say they're waiting for the right time, but what they really mean is they're afraid. Afraid to fail, afraid to be judged, afraid to give their all and come up short. But fear doesn't excuse you from the work. Fear doesn't build empires, only execution does. Execution isn't about feeling ready, it's about doing it anyway. Champions don't wait until conditions are perfect, they make progress in chaos. They adapt, adjust, and keep moving. They understand that consistency beats intensity every single time. Showing up every day with 70% effort still beats showing up once a month with 110%. The ones who win, they execute with urgency. They act like the clock is ticking, because it is. Every second you delay, someone else is moving faster, getting stronger and outworking you. The marketplace doesn't care about your excuses. The world doesn't wait for your convenience. You either move or you're moved out of the way. Want to execute harder? Start with your habits. Your dream is only as strong as your daily routine. What are you doing between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m.? What are you doing when the distractions come in? What do your weekends look like? Success isn't found in one big moment. It's found in the quiet grind no one sees. You also need to build mental toughness. Execution requires grit. You'll fail, mess up, and fall behind. But if you're truly committed, you'll get back up every single time. You'll adjust your strategy but never your goal. You'll keep swinging until the wall breaks. And here's something most people don't realize. Execution creates confidence. Every time you show up for your goal, you reinforce your identity. You're proving to yourself that you're serious, that you follow through, that you're not like the rest. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be the most consistent executor in the room. Let others talk. Let them post. Let them fantasize. You build. You show up, you move the needle. Every single day, because when you execute like you mean it, everything changes. You stop hoping and start happening. You stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. You stop dreaming and start living the dream. So no more half effort. No more delays. No more talking about what you're going to do. You either execute or you don't. You either win or you wish. Execute like you mean it, because your future self is watching, and they're counting on you. You've dreamed it, you've mapped it, you've started to execute, but here's where the game gets real. Can you stay relentless when the path gets rough? This is the part where most people quit. The initial hype has faded, the applause has stopped, the crowd is gone. Now it's just you, your dream, and the grind. This is the part where you either dig deeper or disappear. Because let's be clear, success doesn't go to the most excited, it goes to the most relentless. You see, dreaming big and executing hard are the first steps. But to truly build something legendary, to turn your vision into a life you're proud of, you need a level of commitment that doesn't shake when things get tough. You need to be relentless. Relentless means you show up even when no one is watching. Relentless means you don't take shortcuts. Relentless means quitting is not even a conversation in your mind. Building anything worthwhile, whether it's a business, a career, a brand, or a legacy, takes time, effort, and endurance. You'll face failures, disappointments, betrayal, and doubt. You'll have days when you question if it's all worth it. And that's where most people bow out. Not because the dream wasn't good enough, but because they weren't tough enough. But you're not like them. You don't just want the dream, you're willing to earn it. You're ready to pay full price. You've already made the decision that this isn't a try it and see kind of mission. This is burn the boats and build the empire. That's what relentless builders do. They don't ask, how long will it take? They ask, how far can I go if I don't stop? Let's break down what it means to build relentlessly. 1. Obsession over convenience. When you're building relentlessly, you sacrifice comfort for commitment. You stop negotiating with your goals. You don't work when it's easy. You work when it's necessary. You don't need perfect conditions. You create progress in imperfection. Most people chase ease. You chase excellence. 2. Unshakable discipline. Relentless builders don't wait for motivation. They move on discipline. They don't let their feelings dictate their focus. The gym gets hit. The content gets posted. The product gets improved, whether they feel like it or not. They're consistent in the dark, so they can shine in the light. 3. Long-term vision. Relentless building means thinking years ahead. You're not in it for overnight likes. You're in it for lasting legacy. You understand that real growth takes time, and you're okay with being patient, as long as you're progressing. 4. Adapting without quitting. You'll hit walls. You'll have to pivot. Plans will fall apart, but relentless people don't let obstacles define them. They adapt, shift, and keep going. Setbacks don't mean stop. They mean sharpen. Failure isn't the end. It's part of the blueprint. 5. Self-belief. That doesn't shake. Most people let failure rewrite their story. But relentless builders use failure as feedback, not finality. They carry a quiet confidence, not arrogance, but certainty. A belief that no matter how hard it gets, they'll figure it out. They always do. You've come too far to stop now. You've planted the seeds. You've shown up when no one else would. Now it's time to build with everything you've got. Not for applause, not for validation, but because there's a version of you waiting on the other side of this journey. And they're stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. They exist, but only if you keep going. Let the world sleep in. Let others talk. Let the dreamers dream. You build. You put your head down, block the noise out, and you do the work. Brick by brick, day by day. Fail, learn, adjust, repeat. Until the dream is no longer a vision on your wall, but a reality you live in every single day. This is your dream. Own it. Build it. Defend it. Be relentless. Because when you refuse to stop, the world is forced to pay attention. You've heard it all now. The spark of a dream. The structure of a plan. The fire of execution. The power of relentless commitment. And if one thing is clear, it's this. You're not here to live a small life. You're here to leave a big mark. Your dream is not just a wish, it's a responsibility. It's a calling. It's the blueprint of something only you were built to create. But dreaming alone won't make it real. Thinking, talking, planning, it's not enough. You have to move. You have to fight. You have to build. And you have to keep building. Long after the mood has faded. Long after the crowd has left. And long after the world has stopped clapping. The truth is, the journey to greatness isn't meant for the faint-hearted. It's for the ones who are willing to bleed for their vision. It's for those who understand that dreaming bigger means taking on more risk, more sacrifice, and more pain. But also more reward, more growth, and more impact. So now the question becomes, what are you going to do with everything you've just heard? Will you walk away motivated for a day? Or will you let this message transform the way you show up forever? Will you shrink your dreams to fit your comfort zone? Or will you expand your effort to match your vision? Because the world doesn't need more talkers. It doesn't need more dreamers who never start. It needs doers, builders, warriors. So go out there and dream even bigger. Then execute like your life depends on it. Because it does. No more excuses. No more delays. No more waiting for permission. Start now. Move faster. Stay relentless. Because when you dream bigger and execute harder, there's not a force in the world that can stop you. Funka.